Hey everyone, back for another video here, and today we are going to talk about Yinlin, specifically about her weapon. Now Yinlin right now is one of the most hyped character in Wuthering Waves, and for a good reason too. And since she came out earlier than expected, a lot of people weren't ready for her. And I see a lot of players getting confused about her weapon choice, and think they have to pull for her signature weapon. But do they actually need to? That's what we're going to answer today. Now first, let's see what her weapon actually does. Her signature weapon is the stringmaster. Not only it gives a lot of basic attack and crit rate as the substat, but the passive is where it gets interesting. The first part is just a 12% damage boost to your entire kit, which is great for every character and not just Yinlin. The second part will increase your attack by 12% every time you use your skill for 5 seconds. So either you can use your skill once and deal damage in your execution mode and then use your second skill, or you can quickly use both of them, so you'll have a 24% attack boost. And lastly, she gets a 12% attack boost when she's not the active character you're using. As you can see, there is no doubt that this is her best weapon. Whether you want to use her as a sub DPS or even main DPS, it doesn't matter. But the reason that everyone thinks they need to get her weapon is not just because it's OP, but it seems that the main reason is that there is no other good option for her weapon. Right now, Yinlin has 4 options for her weapon. The first one and the best one being her signature weapon, Stringmaster. The second one is the 5-star standard weapon, which it does have a good attack and substat, and the first part of the passive is great for her too, but the second part will only increase her normal attacks. Now, if you want to use Yinlin as a main DPS, then this is a great choice. But for a sub DPS, you're essentially going to ignore half of the weapon perk, which is not ideal. The third weapon option is the Battle Pass weapon, which to be honest, it's not a bad choice at all. The stats are good, especially the crit rate, and the attack boost you get after using your ult seems pretty good. But the problem is that you have to buy the Battle Pass, and if you already got a weapon from the Battle Pass, you have to wait for the next one to get it, which is why I can see not a lot of people going for this. And finally, the fourth option is the Jianzo Keeper, which is a 4-star weapon you can get by summoning. Now at first glance, this weapon might not look that good, but I think it can be used as a last resort. The punishment mark, which is the mark that damages the enemies, stays on them for 18 seconds. The buff for this weapon stays for 15 seconds. And let's say it takes 5 seconds to mark the enemies. That would mean she has the attack boost for more than half of the mark duration. And the attack boost gets better with each refinements. So this is not a bad choice at all, but the other ones are definitely better. Now as you can see, the problem with Yinlin weapon choice is that every option has a problem. With the standard 5-star one, you can't even use half of the weapon perk. So it's better to get a weapon for another character. The other one is only on the Battle Pass, which obviously not every player wants to get it. And the last one is also a gacha weapon, which some people can't even get it. Now the question is, if you don't get Yinlin's signature weapon, is she not going to be good? Obviously not. But should you go for it? And the answer to that honestly is, it depends. First off, we might get more 4-star weapons in the future that might be good for her. And second, if you don't want to beat every endgame content right now, then you can probably clear it in the future with any weapon, even if they don't release new ones. But one thing I can guarantee is that she won't be bad or useless even if you don't have a good weapon for her. Sure, you might deal less damage, but she's a sub DPS and a support. If your main DPS is good, then Yinlin's damage is not going to matter that much. Thank you so much for watching the video till now. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back for another video. Bye bye.
Look what I found, Zapstring. Another prey falling right into our lap.